Friday, October 16th. There was a flurry among the spectators as Beatrice Lilly, the chief attraction of the third Little Show, playing at the Great Northern Theater, visits the courtroom with her husband, Lord Peel. Prosecutors Grossman and Clausen, between them, recapitulate the government's evidence. Fink then leads off the defense summation. Suppose Capone believed that money he received from so-called illegal transactions was not taxable, he asked the jury. Suppose he discovered the contrary and tried to pay what he owed. Would you say he ever had an intent to defraud the government? He paused and gazed finally at his client. No, and neither would I. Capone is the kind of man who never fails a friend. The defendant swallows hard, and his eyes fill. Ahern continues the summation with a historical analogy. In Rome, during the Punic Wars, there lived a senator named Cato. Cato passed upon the morals of the people. He decided what they would wear, what they should drink, and what they should think. Carthage fell twice, but Carthage grew again, was once more powerful. Cato concluded every speech he made in the Senate by the thundering, Carthage must be destroyed. These censors of ours, these persecutors, the newspapers, all say, Capone must be destroyed. The evidence in this case shows only one thing against Capone, that he was a spendthrift. Saturday, October 17th. Reporters and spectators have been impressed by the diversity, richness, and colors of Capone's wardrobe. In the 11 days of the trial, he has worn as many different ensembles, ranging from light browns to grays and blues to a climactic grass green on this, the final day. Johnson, speaking at length for the first time, winds up the summation for the government. His wing-like coiffure flapping with the vehemence of his emotions, he assails the Capone legend. Who is this man who has become such a glamorous figure? Is he the little boy from the second reader who has found the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow so he can spend money so lavishly? He has been called Robin Hood by his counsel. Robin Hood took from the strong to feed the weak. Could this Robin Hood buy $8,000 worth of belt buckles for the unemployed? Was it a $6,000 meat bill in a few weeks for the hungry? No, it went to the Capone home on Palm Island to feed the guests at nightly poker parties. Did he buy $27 shirts for the shivering men who sleep under Wagger Drive? Capone cast despairing eyes around him, as if appealing to the audience against such gross injustice, he who has performed so many good works. Without using the terms net worth or net expenditure, Judge Wilkerson expounds the principles underlying them in his charge to the jury. Regarding the crucial Mattingly letter, he explains, the statements of a duly authorized agent may be proof against the principal, the same as he had conducted in person a transaction in which the statements were made. If you find that under the power of attorney and the authority, if any, given at the interview in the revenue agent's office, considered with all other facts and circumstances shown here in evidence, Mattingly was employed to get together information and to make an estimate to give his opinion thereof to the Bureau, then the fact that Mattingly made a statement as to what his opinion on that subject is a fact to be considered by you. The jury retires at 2:40 p.m. Capone stands in the corridor, forcing a smile now and then at people who stare at him from behind a cordon of guards. When night falls and there is still no word from the jury, he decides to wait at the Lexington. Watching the windows of the jury room from another section of the block-wide building, the reporters can see the shirt-sleeved jurors locked in debate. Shortly before 11, almost 8 hours since they entered the room, a burst of applause resounds through the 6th floor. The last dissenting juror has bowed to the majority. Notified by phone, Capone bundles himself into his overcoat, slaps on his fedora, and hurries down to his limousine. By 11 o'clock, he has returned to his seat at the counsel table, sweating from the exertion, and Judge Wilkerson is putting the question to the foreman of the jury. Have you reached a verdict? The foreman hands the bailiff a sheet of paper. The bailiff passes it to the clerk of the court, who reads it to the court. The verdict indicates a considerable muddle in the minds of the jurors, and it confuses prosecution and defense alike. On the first indictment for 1924, they vote not guilty. On 3 of the 22 counts in the second indictment, numbers 1, 5, and 9, charging tax evasion in 1925, 26, and 27, they vote guilty. Guilty also on counts 13 and 18, charging failure to file a return from 1928 and 29. On the remaining counts, all charging tax evasion, not guilty. The confusion arises from mutually exclusive verdicts covering 1928 and 29. The puzzled attorneys fail to understand how Capone can be guilty of filing no returns, 13 and 18, yet at the same time be innocent of tax evasion, 14 to 22. Nevertheless, after conferring with the judge, Johnson lets the verdict stand undisputed. The defense counsel will file an appeal with the U.S. Court for the 7th District, arguing that the indictments had failed to specify sufficiently the means Capone employed to evade income tax. We took a seat, I was sailing all the way.